This is the bell portion of our intercom system, which does not work. We do not have bells currently at Kipling Middle School. This has been in need of some repair, but there are no parts available for this old of a machine any longer, so we do not have bells. This is the intercom portion of our building, and it is effective in most classrooms, but not all classrooms. These are the clocks that are not functional in any of our classrooms.
It affects student learning the second they walk in, just with our different classroom management styles, opening and closing procedures. My kids walk in, they got something to do, they're ready to go. It might take his kids, a few minutes, and so they're feeding off the noise that they hear, and it takes me a while to get them focused on what's focusing on this side of the room. And so we hear absolutely everything.
Well, currently we have to do more what you would call a dry lab, where it is we have no sinks or anything like that, so it's not very messy, and there are more projects rather than a lab, because we don't have water, we don't have access to water or decent places to clean up. As you can see, I think Ms. G probably showed the carpet on the floor, so you don't want to make a lot of big messes. We also lack some space.
Well, part of our problem is the equipment and being able to be access to them. And I need to be able to have a sink to be able to have the kids be able to wash and be clean. We have safety goggles, we have other things in place, but we do need to have more items and more equipment being able to use.
This room is used for physical science and physics. It has carpet, which is not handy. There is no gas for hot experiments. There is no water, either hot or cold, in this particular room. And there is no fume hoods so that we can do our sciencing without gassing out the whole rest of the school. As you can see, it's a very open floor plan. There is the library, and we'll come around the corner here. This is where we do our earth science. Also, there are no lab tables in here. No access to gas or water or fume hoods if you were to need it.
This is a boys' science restroom. And again, this is not a real wall, and so it gets shaken around quite a bit. And there's been several plumbing issues happening in our district. We've got a couple urinals that are out of order, one urinal that's missing. Same with our sinks. Oftentimes our sinks don't drain correctly, and so maintenance needs to come and fix our sinks often. We take up a big chunk of the hallway here while we're serving lunch. And so while our commons area and cafeteria is a good space and a great space for students to eat, we just don't have a great space to serve students lunch every day. And so a lot of our classrooms are open, which we don't have any doors. There's space above the classroom up here where just a lot of noise pollution enters the room. So just show you a little bit. Here's 2 classrooms here. And again, no doors between the classrooms. And so again, it's often hard to keep students' attentions when there's something happening in the classroom right next door. Back here we have 2 classrooms, but in order to get to one classroom, you have to walk through one of the other classrooms. There's a few issues with this space. One, it used to be our auto shop, and so there's a jack here in the middle of the floor that we need to contend with. Doesn't really have the ventilation that it needs because it used to be an auto shop. And so you can see we've got some kind of old ventilation system here that's non-functional, not working. And so in the meantime, to make things work, we've got some fans set up just to help blow our ventilation system, blow air out of the shop.